Hello everybody, Jackie Ritz here of the Paleo Mama. I'm excited today to share with you guys a little bit about supporting your adrenals holistically. So this has been a super hot topic lately, and I think it's because women these days are so stressed out and they're not sure what's causing it. They're not sure how to fix it. And honestly, some doctors, conventional doctors, don't even recognize adrenal fatigue as being an issue. So it totally is. So let me grab my notes really quick. I don't know where they just disappeared to. There they are. All right, so basically your adrenals, as you guys don't know, it is the part of your body that really controls your stress response. So think fight or flight. It produces cortisol, which is what produces that flight or fight response. So what happens is when you feel this response in your body, and when your adrenals produce too much cortisol, then you always are under stress, okay? So think if like you were to, I don't know, I'm very random. If I go up on my mountain and I see a black bear, which I've totally seen before, it would be very stressful and nervous, and I would be very fearful. So it's because my adrenals produced cortisol, which, created that fight or flight response. And so it is the same thing that, even if you don't see a bear out in the woods on your mountain, you are constantly in a state of being stressed out. It's very normal to have a fight or flight response. I mean, that's kind of how God created us, so that we were able to, know when danger was near. But when we experience this response all the time, that is actually when we start to have some really major issues in our body. So it's just one of the stress hormones, cortisol, that is released by our adrenals during this fight or flight mode that we are in. But when we are under constant stress, the adrenal glands are constantly producing cortisol. And then that is actually what the issue is, and that is how adrenal fatigue actually is caused. And so I'll give you guys some symptoms of adrenal fatigue, because maybe you don't even realize that you might have adrenal fatigue, and you'd like to know. But just so you know that when we have too much cortisol in our body constantly being produced, that is actually where we have a lower immune system. Our digestion is all messed up. And then also some different minerals, and especially protein in the body, is getting robbed, which prevents our body from actually healing itself. And so there's so many more issues that can be caused from too much cortisol in the body, as well as a very heightened histamine response as well. So if you deal with histamine issues, then this might be something that you want to really take a look at. But some of the symptoms that we can find from having adrenal fatigue or tiredness is, your immune system is low all the time. You're constantly getting sick. That's one of the main ones. Low energy. Maybe you find that the only way that you're able to get through your day is with coffee or sweets. That's a really, really, really big key, especially for women. Maybe you're going around and you are constantly having salt cravings. You want chips, or you want something salty. That's another issue that you want to take a look at. And then also just having some issues like weight gain. Weight gain, especially around your middle belly area, that's a very strong symptom that you might have adrenal fatigue. So there's other symptoms as well that we won't go into, but if that, sort of triggers something in you, then I want to talk with you guys a little bit about how to recover from adrenal fatigue, because you can do it. It's not easy, and I've done it a few times when I felt my adrenals were really tired. And I noticed that I was going to coffee and sugar a lot. One of the things that I did was I went on this protocol that I'm going to share with you guys today. So first of all, I want to talk with you about some essential oils that can really support adrenal support. It can really support your body. So before I go into this, if you are on Instagram, then if you click on my profile, you will see a essential oil hormone summit coming up. On Facebook, you guys already see that link in the description. Make sure that you register for that. It's going to have way more information from people who are way smarter than me and can share awesome protocols and recipes for this very topic, for hormones and adrenal support. So make sure that after you watch this or while you're watching it, that you guys go register for that. It's free. It's 100% free and online. If you watch it the day that it happens, it's 5 days. So you have to watch the presenters on the day that it goes live. And then the next day you'll have to watch. You can buy the whole package if you want to. So let's talk about 2 oils that I highly recommend to really use in order to support your adrenals. And then we'll talk a little bit more about supplements and diet changes that you can make so that you can sleep better. So my first one is lavender. Lavender is probably my #1 oil for using for adrenal issues because it's very balancing and relaxing and calming to the body. So it's really great to use lavender because it does also help dispel that fight or flight response. And it helps you if you are exhausted and your adrenals are suffering and you can't seem to turn it off. Adrenal can really bring balance and calming to your sympathetic nervous system. It really just helps the body reset. So I call this my universal Swiss Army knife oil, and I do recommend that you use this during those times when you're getting stressed or during those times when you're not sleeping well. Very common symptom of your adrenals being overworked is that your sleep is like sucky. So you really want to, and I'll give you guys some tips for sleeping better after I talk about these 2 oils, but you really want to make sure that you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. All right. And studies have shown that your 8 hours should not start at midnight. Your 8 hours should start around 9 till 11 o'clock. So if you can go to bed before midnight, you're going to get a better rest. Even if you are sleeping 8 hours, let's say from 1 to 10, you're going to get a better and more restful sleep if you go to bed before midnight. Okay, so there's many ways that you can use lavender to really calm you at night or during those times where you are stressed out. You can use it in your diffuser. If you don't have an essential oil diffuser, you totally need to get one. They're like one of the best things. Another way that I like to use it, let me see if I can lift this bad boy up, but I don't think I can. I think it's stuck. It's not on. What happened? This is a Himalayan sea salt lamp, and there it goes. Hopefully you guys have one of these. The red light or the ember light is really calming to your body, especially your sympathetic nervous system. And so I love to put a drop of lavender on my salt lamp. Kind of combine the 2 together. Use it in a diffuser. Also take it, put it on the palms of your hand, rub it, and breathe it in deeply, okay? Don't underestimate the using oils that way. It's a very powerful way, especially if you are dealing with sleep issues. You wanna make sure that you take deep breaths as you're breathing in the lavender. Now also there is a point on our feet of an acupressure. It's kidney 1, if you can look it up. Or I don't know if I can do a great yoga move and get my foot up here and show you. But if this was my foot, this is my big toe. This is the arch of my foot. Right inside the arch, on the inside of the arch, is your adrenal acupressure point, and right above it is your thyroid acupressure point. And so if you apply lavender onto that area, it's going to be super beneficial for your body. So that's another way that you can use it. Now, the second oil that I highly recommend if you are dealing with issues of adrenal tiredness is frankincense. This is an incredible essential oil that is very, very effective for imbalances in your adrenals. It's very calming to the nervous system, and so that's why it's a great one to use if you're having issues with your adrenals are overworked. But I like to use it because it also is helpful if you're dealing with symptoms of anxiousness, all right, because that kind of goes along with your adrenals being overworked. So if you're having issues with anxiousness or feelings of depression, frankincense is incredible for that. Now use it the same way. Put it on that kidney 1 acupressure point, put it in your diffuser, take an Epsom salt bath. Magnesium is, we're going to go over supplements in just a second, but magnesium is essential if you are having issues with your adrenals. And so Epsom salt has so much magnesium in it. And so when you apply your essential oils to your bath, mix it up with your Epsom salt first, and then put it in your bathtub. Just use about a cup for your whole body. If you don't have a bathtub, you can take a foot bath. Use a couple tablespoons in a basin for your foot bath with some, you can do a little bit of lavender and a little bit of frankincense. It's going to be incredible for helping you sleep and just really resting those adrenals. So those are the 2 oils that I love using if I am talking to a woman who's just dealing with adrenal fatigue. Now, you also want to make sure that you make some lifestyle choices. There's more to oils there's more to adrenal fatigue than just using essential oils, okay? In this case, essential oils are kind of like a Band-Aid. You want to make sure that you change some lifestyle things that you're doing. And one of the best things you can do, let me grab it right here, is you need to prioritize your sleep. And so this means that you need to get better sleep, and you really need to make it a priority. See these right here? These are blue blockers. Now, I am a sucker for watching Netflix at night. And one of the things that I've noticed is and I noticed this years ago, is the nights that I watch TV on my computer are the nights that I get terrible sleep. And I didn't know why until I realized that in the TV or on your phone or on your computer, there's a blue light that messes with your natural sleep rhythm, and it disrupts it. And so on the nights that I was watching TV before I went to bed, I was waking up 20 times a night. And so what I did is I got these $10 blue blockers. And what they do is they block the blue light on your computer or on your phone or on your TV, and they help not disrupt that, natural sleep rhythm that you have. And so these were $10 on Amazon. I will link them on Facebook in the comments. And if you are on my Instagram, just send me a message for a link. But these were $10 or $12, an amazing deal. And my husband thinks I look like a sexy librarian with them on, so I like wearing them. And so next is just eliminate stresses in your life. This should be go without saying, but if you are dealing with, stresses that you can get help on, get help. Talk to somebody, change your diet, make your sleep a priority, take care of you. We have this thing these days as women that we have to be all, do all, please all, know all, and be able to be super mama. And I don't believe that's true. And so I think that is what's causing so much stress in women these days, is they believe they have to do everything. I don't think that we were created for that. We were created for joy and happiness and to love life and to bless others and for being grateful and thankful for, what we have. So we can't feel those emotions if we are constantly stressed out. Stress is also selfish. When you're stressed out, you're thinking all about yourself. Absolutely, but it takes us off of focusing on those things that are truly important to us. So if we can eliminate the stress in our lives, we're going to be much happier moms and dads and humans in this world. So I talked with you a little bit more about, eliminating those harmful blue light on your computers and EMFs as well. Those are things like your cell phone and TV that they emit like an electric magnetic frequency, which disrupts your body's natural rhythm. And so one thing that we can kind of do to cancel that out is not only wearing glasses like this, which block the blue light on the screen, but you can buy things that ground you. So easy and free things to do is go barefoot around your house. Be careful where you step if you live on a farm like I do, but there's still places that I can walk around barefoot. And this is just an amazing way of just grounding your body. It's called earthing. And we were meant to walk on the grass without our shoes on all the time. So take your shoes off, go for a walk. I mean, how many of us love walking on the beach, you know, without our shoes on? I love it. I love walking on grass that's so soft and supple. And so it's just a natural thing for our body to really want and need. Another thing that you can do is you can buy things that are grounding. And so there's grounding sheets that you can put on your bed. There's grounding mats that you can put underneath your desk. And there's just, you know, simple ways. These are not free ways, but these are things that you can do just to ground yourself better. All right, let's move on and talk about how we can supplement our body. So essential oils are very powerful supplements, okay? But there's other things that you can do to really nourish your tired adrenals. And so one of the things I mentioned was taking magnesium. Magnesium is going to, and a lot of people are very magnesium deficient. And I recommend getting your magnesium either through your Epsom salt bath or orally through taking a magnesium pill. And so I take about 500 milligrams a day of magnesium, and it just really helps me get a really good night's sleep. It also just helps my immune system. You know, it keeps me very healthy, and it keeps me going throughout the day. I like taking magnesium at night because of the fact that it does promote a really restful sleep. One of the things that gets robbed when we are dealing with issues in our adrenals is our vitamin B, like especially B12. So you might want to consider taking a methylated B vitamin. If you have issues with MTHFR like I do, I have to make sure that it is methylated. My body robs me of vitamin B, and it robs me of folate. And those I am not able to process those completely. I think it's like 30% that I process it. So I have to supplement. And so if you're one of the 50% of people in the world who have an MTHFR mutation, then you should be taking a methylated B vitamin, and you also should be taking magnesium because they go really good together. Make sure that you are, doing some other things like taking adaptogens. So I make a green smoothie every single day, and I pump that bad boy up with as many herbs, like adaptogenic herbs, that I can. And so two of my favorite adaptogenic herbs are ashwagandha and also maca. And these are excellent for kind of what they do is they bring your body to homeostasis. They adapt your body and bring it to normal. And so these are excellent herbs. I add a teaspoon of each a day. I also add reishi powder into my smoothies, and I make sure that every day I'm doing one smoothie because I know that that is how I can pile on all these beneficial things. You want to also make sure that you're eating a lot of leafy greens, and if you are not able to do that, make sure that you get a really good green powder. So I add to my smoothies every day, I add my adaptogenic herbs, I add my green powder, I add collagen peptides, which is really great for your body as well. And then pump it up with a frozen banana or some kind of frozen fruit if you'd like to. Add in whatever kind of milk you want. We have goats here that we milk, so I add in goat milk, or if I'm not feeling like I want the milk, I just use water. And so these are just some really great ways that you can combat any kind of issues with your adrenals that you are having. And I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Make sure that you click on that link and register for the Essential Oil Hormone Summit. If you're watching me on Instagram Live, go to my profile, click on it. It's the first link up at the top, I believe. If you're on Facebook, you should see it in the description. But I hope that you guys go out there and overcome your adrenal fatigue using these holistic methods that I've mentioned. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and we'll see you guys on the next Facebook Live. Goodbye, everybody. If I can find where to end it. There we go.